and welcome back. This is episode number 6 of the The Stitch with Love podcast. My name is Shannon. This is the last time I'm going to be recording in this room, at least for a very long time. Well, not maybe in a very long time, but a while. I move on Wednesday or Thursday. It's a little bit up in the air at the moment, but the next podcast will be in a different place, so that's exciting. So I hope you all are well. I've been able to do quite a bit of knitting this week despite having gone back to work. I feel like I've actually done somehow more knitting this week than I did the previous week, even though I've been at work 3 days this week. So but Monday was a public holiday for us, and I wasn't needed Wednesday, so I had those 2 days off. So first things first, I have a mostly finished object. Now it's not it's not blocked, and it has a lot of ends that I need to weave, and if you have been following the podcast, you probably know what this is. This is the Mooncat shawl. I think it's Kelly McClure is the pattern designer, I think. Can't remember off the top of my head. I think I got a notification. That's right. So, as I said, it's not blocked, so it looks very thin. But once it's blocked, it's actually going to stretch out quite a bit. But this thing is very, very, very long. Like, it's had a lot of stitches. I think it was like 500 something stitches by the end of it. So yeah, it's off the needles. And yeah, this, if you haven't been following, this was made with Strawberry Patches hand-dyed yarn. The first colour was, so that's this one down the bottom here, was Pure 2, I think it was, which was 100% merino 4-ply, just standard twist. The second colour, which you can see in this middle section here, just in here, was Serpentine on 4-ply 100% merino twist on twist. And the last one, which is up here, I switched to the first one, the edging. But the last one, which has got this lovely turquoise in it, is Mermaids on 100% merino 4-ply twist on twist. So yeah. And I thought about, so talking about the Mooncat shawl, I thought about doing another one to the point where I even bought some more yarn. If you haven't seen my video showing you this yarn from Mrs. Peacock Yarns, I will put a card up in this video so you can go look. It was my last one before this. And don't get me wrong, I love this pattern and I really want to make another one, but at the same time, I can't buy hand-dyed yarn very often, and so I wanted to try a different shawl pattern, and I'm thinking if I don't do another Mooncat shawl, I'm going to do the Flounce shawl by Libby Johnson, who is a New Zealand knitwear designer, and I haven't tried her patterns before, but I've seen them and they look really cool. I will either see if I can put it in somewhere or something. Either that or I'll just link it below. I'll link the Ravelry link below. And so I'm thinking about using the yarn I've got from Mrs. Peacock Yarns for that. But I don't know. And then maybe I'll get something else for another Mooncat shawl. Fly, go away. Thank you. But yeah, no. I do love this pattern though. I found it really, really fun, and it was just, it flew, it was cast on and flew off my needles. It was really nice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to when this is blocked, and I've woven in all of my ends that are dangling everywhere, so I can actually wear it. So yeah, that is the latest with the Mooncat shawl. It's mostly done. Nope, knit-wise it's done. The big white blanket did not get much love last week, if you saw the last podcast, but this week. This is what I mean by I think I've got a lot more knitting done somehow. This is where I was after last week's podcast, where the purple stitch marker is. I've done an awful lot. I've almost used a whole ball. I mean, that's what's left. It's looking a bit sad. So, I'm quite proud of myself actually, the amount I've done. We are pretty much a quarter's way there. It just seems, sometimes you just get those projects that just never seem to end. And this is one of them. It's never ending. But we are getting there. Sorry. So yeah. That's that. As you can see, it's getting really big. As I said, it doesn't leave the house. It will be coming with me when I move. So I will have that. I will also have the baby blanket, which I haven't done any progress on, so there's no point me showing you at all. So make sure my laptop stays awake. With that out the way. But I do wanna work on that and get that done. But this is my main priority right now. However, I quite often like to have a crochet project going because it's quite good for on the bus. And this week I had to go to venues that is not my venue, so I had to take the bus. And I did show this last week because, yeah, I said about how we went away and I wanted something I could take in the car with me that wasn't 500 stitches long. And this is my Ada shawl. Now, this is really long. I can't remember who it's by, but I'll link the Ravelry link below. So, I mean, that's how long the rows are. This is what I have so far. Still got a decent amount to go. Oh, it's my husband texting me, never mind. I have 2.5 skeins or cakes left. See, that one's looking a little squished. And it is one of those ones that's really good if you want just like mindless crochet. So all it is if you use American terms, it's double crochet. Oh, get rid of that. If you use UK terms, it's treble crochet. And all it is just lots of that, and then there's one chain stitch. And that's it. And then the next row is just all. So, and then with some increases on this side to make it a triangle. So, and this yarn is really, really soft. I didn't actually say anything about it. In case you didn't see the last podcast, this is the valuable angel cake that I got from Spotlight. And it was on sale for $5 each. So I thought that'll be awesome. I love the colours. It'll be great. It's cotton and acrylic, and honestly, it's so warm and squishy, and oh my gosh. I'm so happy. For a cotton acrylic, that was $5. I'm happy with it, and I'm loving the colours. Just think they're so pretty. So if you are new and you don't know too much about me, I am, you get a lot of, I'm noticing with a lot of knitting podcasts, a lot of people are always knitting socks. I've knit one pair of socks. I am a shawl knitter crocheter. However, I have started making jumpers, which I am really enjoying. So, and yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm just gonna do this up. And then I'm just gonna talk a little bit. Talk a little bit about what's going on, what I guess knitting plans I have, what I want to do, and stuff like that. So if you were just here for the knitting and crochet content, that is it. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next week. However, if you want to hang around, I don't know how long I'm going to talk for. Depends how many tangents I go on. But I have been browsing and scrolling through Ravelry and also watching podcasts, and with that, sorry, hold on. Here we go. You see a lot of the patterns that other knitters and crocheters are making. And my Ravelry queue is just full. There are so many in there. It's just nuts. And so I do want to go through and make some of the stuff in there, learn some new techniques, maybe do some colour work this year. I do also want to have a go at dyeing yarn, but I'm not buying the materials until I get down to Palmy, because it's kind of no point. It's not going to get here in time. So there's really no point until we get a house. So that's just going to have to wait. And yeah, I do also want to try and build up the business a little bit. I'm kind of wondering, do I keep going with where I'm going? What do I do? So I don't know, that's a little bit up in the air, and I do want to try and make some more patterns myself. I have designed stuff myself, I just haven't written them down. Probably the one that has probably been the most successful is the noughts and crosses, which I actually have one here. Oh, this is actually for someone, so I'll take the note out. This is the one that's for my boss up here in Auckland. So it comes with 5 crosses, 5 these noughts, and then underneath, this is just a box I picked up from the warehouse that I put in, and this is the mat. I've also made them for a lot of the Kelly clubs. So there's a couple on the coast who have one. I'm aiming to make one for my new work for kids. It's like a thank you for welcoming me sort of present. So yeah, that's probably the one thing that I've designed that's gone really, really well. Here's the bottom of it. So those are really good. And I've enjoyed making them, but I've made so many of them that I just needed a break. But I do have one more to make, which I've actually... Oh, hold on, excuse my leg. Almost made like a little kit. So you may have seen this bag. I bought it from Spotlight. It was in my Spotlight haul. Make sure I've got everything in there. Nothing's falling out. Yep. So in there, I've put all the yarn that I need for the noughts and crosses for my new work. The crochet hook I use, which is a 5.5. This is the Caspian wood one. And then my little notions bag, which actually has a lot of yarn scraps in it, and I need to clean it out. And it's almost been made like my own little kit that I can take around with me, which is quite handy actually. so yeah, I had said I haven't written it up. I don't know if anyone would want me to write it up. I don't know if anyone would buy the pattern. I do have the noughts and crosses, the actual finished item, listed on my Etsy shop. But pattern, no, this was one I just made up as I went. But I am not, I guess, very confident with making patterns. I haven't done very many of them, and so that's something I would like to kind of dive into a little bit. Yeah, and I mean, life stuff. We move next. Well, I move next week. My husband's coming later. See, trying to think if there's anything I haven't told you. Not really. I've got an Airbnb for 2 weeks while we try and find a house. And then I can extend it possibly if needed. Oh. But that's pretty much it, really. I can't think of anything else. No, I've got no yarn. I do have some yarn coming with my new knitting needles. If you didn't see last episode, my 4mm interchangeable needle tips, one of them broke. And I had to order a new pair, and I had to order them from Great British Yarns in England. And they were only going to cost me £8, and I didn't really, not £8, £4, about $8 New Zealand, and considering that I was going to have to pay for shipping, it's like there's no point just paying $8. So I bought some yarn. I bought some Malabrigo, which I haven't used before, and some Knit Picks palettes, so I'll probably do another video when that arrives. But yeah, that is all for this week. If you stuck by this far, thank you. Even if you haven't, even if you just watched a little bit, thank you as well. It really does mean a lot. And I will see you in the next video. It's highly likely that the next one will not be here unless my order from Great British Yarns arrives before I leave. Then you might have another video in here, but you won't have another podcast. So yeah, and maybe I'll do like a little bit of a tour of my Airbnb where I'm staying, and you know, we'll see. Maybe I'll take you along with some of my adventures in my new hometown. We'll see. I will talk to you in the next video. Someone just yawned. If I do not see you before next week, I will see you in the next podcast. Take care, have fun, whether you're knitting, crocheting, whatever you're doing. Have fun, be safe, take care, and I will see you next week.